राष्ट्रपति भवन के भव्य प्रांगण में प्रेसिडेंट बॉडीगार्ड लाइंड अप हैं और अब आगमन
Finally
हो रहा
over.
है.
And the traditional buggy now finally on our screens as well. But General, let me come back to that point that I was alluding to earlier. Would you like to throw some light on why everybody wants a pace of India, even as the US president is constantly trying to shatter that Western unity? Look at the European Council's president and the Commission's president here in India.
Kabir, thank you for throwing the question at me, and must compliment you putting your finger on the right issues. You see, since time is short, let me share with the viewers. There is a book called Monsoon. I think I alluded to when you were the anchor in your channel. Monsoon, the Indian Ocean, Future of American Power. This book, willy-nilly, it gravitates or highlights one important aspect that in 21st century, the global economy will gravitate with all its commercial baskets to the Indian Ocean. When you talk about the Indian Ocean, it is India per se. And it is surrounded by many immediate neighborhoods, including Tanzania, which is far off, Indonesia, etc. So what I'm trying to say, India as on today has got more than 500 million. It is, to be specific, 570 million consumers who spend more than $12 a day. This is not my figure. It is being given by United Nations agency who is dealing with. China has got 787. By 2035, India would have overtaken China because nobody can stop India from growing rapidly or much faster than what it is happening today. So the transatlantic relationship, the architecture based on which the global apex organizations are existing as on today, have shown very distinct fault lines. They're irreversible in their growth path as far as the differences are concerned. I do not see that they will come back to the status quo ante anytime soon, because whatever hope was resting because of Ukraine conflict, Donald Trump has done so much of damage that it will be very difficult to bring back or restore the status quo ante of the transatlantic relationship. Therefore, there is a new order emerging, the global order. In spite of the geopolitical journey which is witnessing, it is gravitating to one element which can be relied upon for the trust. Trust is the pivotal factor in bringing global order today to some kind of a law and rules-based international order, harmony and peace. And that country is nobody but India. That's why you find many representatives and the heads of states, as also European Union, they are here. Soon it will be followed by independent states or countries of Europe. Like we have France president who will be coming very soon to sign the agreement of 114 Rafale aircraft, which India would be buying along with the technology transfer. These are very mega milestones which are coming our way. India is
absolutely, General. Major milestones that are coming India's way, and we rightly deserve those milestones as well. Captain Bansal is with us on the broadcast as well. Captain Bansal, look at this culmination. The president leaving from the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and after laying the wreath at the National War Memorial, the Prime Minister finally at the saluting Boulevard as well. But even as this amalgamation continues, we're going to continue to beam these pictures. Talk to us about the Paramveer Chakra winners, the Ashoka Chakra winners, you know, that kind of conspicuous acts of bravery, of self-sacrifice, all in the face of enemy, displayed by members of defense forces. Shubhanshu Shukla, who earlier visited the International Space Station as well. And whilst you're talking about that, the fact that soon our hunt for the Indian jet is also going to culminate. So we are sailing towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, and we're also flying towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, and at what great speed.
You can see.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Please take on that question, Captain Bansal. You know, the speed with which we're sailing towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, we're flying towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, even as we're getting these live visuals from Kartavya Path.
See, what's important is we need to understand that the country is transforming and the world is looking at it. In fact, we have made great strides as far as indigenization is concerned. And I think this particular Republic Day parade will show, because Op Sindoor showed the might and the efficacy of indigenous weapon systems. We are going to showcase Akash, BrahMos, which actually played a stellar role in the recent Op Sindoor. And what is important is that now, as India's technological prowess is coming through, we are actually innovating, we are collaborating and evolving. What is important is that this EU-India partnership, which we are looking at, which we are on the cusp of, is a very, very significant win-win relationship for both. EU is looking for new partnerships, new security guarantees. At the same time, we are also looking for investments, technology, and markets. I think, and both, I think, are matched. And that's one of the reasons why this particular visit by senior officials that we are seeing from EU, both the European Commission as well as European Council presidents, is a very, very significant development. And I think if tomorrow the free trade agreement is signed, it will be a landmark event as far as India is concerned, because what Trump has done by destroying India's export prowess or export markets, as well as breaking up the Western alliance, I think there is, it's brought EU and India together. And at a time when India is growing and technologically growing, and which we'll be seeing in the parade very soon, I think this visit and all these things are very important. And India today is the fastest growing large economy. And as a result, everybody wants to have a share with partnership. You saw what the European Commission president said at Davos, that we are going to have a big deal.